Alright, what's up, guys? I'm back with another deck breakdown. It's been a while. But yeah, I took this kind of homebrew Chane to Pro-Quest last weekend. Huge event, St. Louis. 94 or 96 players, the biggest Pro-Quest ever of the year so far. So yeah, I brought Chane using Rosetta Thorn, and the equipment was pretty standard: skull cap, husk, grasp of the Arknight, and spellbound creepers. And then in the sideboard, I have Crown of Dichotomy for the Viscerai matchup for the Arcane Barrier 1, and then Aether Ironweave against anyone who you don't want to use your husk against, which is only a couple matchups like Mage or perhaps Control Oldhim. Just trying to get those extra resources to push the aggression. So, but yeah, most of the time I'm using Husk. And yeah, I run a couple of different things than you see in the standard Chane deck, and I'll kind of explain my rationale. Starting with the red stuff, action cards, come to fight. I bring three of these bad boys. I don't see these in Chane lists. I'm trying it out. It's a red. It blocks for 3. Gives any attack action card +3, so that includes like your generic attacks like Exude Confidence or Command and Conquer. And it has Go Again, so you can use creepers to do some cool stuff with it. And yeah, pretty cool card. I'll explain some more later. 3 Hell from Beyond, pretty standard in Chane. Blocks for 2, gives your next attack +3, any action card. And yeah, played from the badness zone. So this is a good card. It's a shame it costs 2. I might even consider being a madman and cutting this down to 2 copies, since you do recycle it with Unhallowed Rites. We'll see. But yeah, another 3 pump for any attack action card. 3 Red Malverian Skies. Amazing card. Gives the next Runeblade attack action Go Again. And if it hits, create 3 Runechant tokens. So most of the time they will block this, but it does threaten those 3 extra Runechants. So they will usually throw blocks at a weaker attack that you give Go Again, and then you can go in with a bigger attack to follow that up. So you're taking cards out of their hand, or you're going to create 3 Runechant tokens and have a good time. I run 2 Minnowism. It's free. It gives the next attack action card with cost 1 or less +3, which is a large majority. I do run some 2 cost attacks, but yeah, a very large majority of my attacks, as you'll see, are cost 1 or less. Maybe might find a way to put 3 in here. We'll see, but 2 I feel is a good number. And then I have 1 copy of Revel in Runeblood. This card is like a win more card. It's great because, yeah, it creates 4 Runechant tokens when you've played an attack and a non-attack in the same turn, which is pretty much every turn Chane wants to have in history. So commonly you'll play a non-attack action card, create a Soul Shackle, attack with a Runeblade, attack with Go Again, and then play this to get 4 Runechants, and then you can pay 1 to swing the Rosetta Thorn for 2 physical, 2 arcane, and then 4 Runechants. So, yeah, great math. Lets you do damage above the curve. Very deadly. I just got a second copy. I didn't own 3. So I'll most likely up this to 2 somehow, some way. I'll talk about that towards the end of what I might want to take out of this deck. But yeah, this card is excellent. 3 Shadow Puppetry. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. Really fell in love with this card with all the stuff you can do with it. It gives the next attack action card you play +1 and Go Again. So that includes your generic attacks like Exude Confidence and Command and Conquer. And it's free. So yeah, it's an amazing card. Wish I could play 6 of these because I would. So yeah, good card. And then these are the attacks now. So yeah, 3 Bounty Demigon is pretty standard, very good. Play it from your banish zone and it becomes a free attack for 4, and it blocks 3, and it combos with a lot of your go again Runeblade action cards like Maverian Skies, Shadow Puppetry, etc. And then I got 2 Command and Conquer. I like it at 2. Yeah, pretty much you're going to run this unless your opponent has Crown of Seeds, then do not put this in your deck. Put this in the sideboard. But yeah, comes in handy. A good turn is, come to fight, pitch a blue, play come to fight and Command and Conquer and call it a turn. Not too bad. 9 attack power there, and threatens that destroy arsenal card. I have 2 Enlightened Strike. I would like to have 3 because this is a very good card in Chane. Not a lot of Chane players run this anymore. I understand the rationale not to run it, but when you combine this with cards like Shadow Puppetry, you can make this for 8 with Go Again, or you can make it for 6, and then you draw a card to replace the card you pitched to play Enlightened Strike. So, yeah, and you can combine it with cards like Come to Fight Again to come in for 10 if you want. So, yeah, there's a lot of situations where you want to just swing for 7 to 10 damage, and this is a great card to get you there, and it blocks for 3. Yeah, I'm going to up it to 3. So I have 3 Exude Confidence in this version of the deck. I'm going to cut this to 2 because, again, it combos really well with Shadow Puppetry and other things. But, yeah, it blocks for 2, and I feel like 2 is enough for a generic red attack in this deck, the way it flows. So, yeah, I'd probably actually replace this and put in a 3rd Enlightened Strike and have 2 Exude Confidences. So yeah, still a good card. Turns off defense reactions and can let you do a lot of damage or close the game if you're on a big Soul Shackle turn. 3 Ghostly Visit. This is just like meat and potatoes. Costs 1, does 4, blocks for 3. Can play for the banish zone. Yeah, again, if I could run 6 of these, I would. So yeah, just good meat and potatoes card there. 3 Riftbind. Again, another just have to have it in Chane. Costs 1, does 3, blocks 3, but most of the time you play for your banish zone and it gains plus 1 to 2. So yeah, you're going to come in with like 4 or 5 most of the time for 1. So good card there. This is another one of my spice cards. 1 red Shrill Skullform. I might consider running 2 now because it costs 2. And when you Soul Shackle or create a Rune Chant in the turn, it gains plus 3. So, yeah, it's for 4 base. So, yeah, it's going to come in for 7. So, yeah, if you pitch a blue, you Soul Shackle, play Come to Fight, and then, yeah, use your 2 floating to play Shrill Skullhorn for 10 with Go Again. Like, that's pretty freaking cool. So, yeah, I might find a way to up this to 2. Or maybe play a yellow one. But yeah, like seeing this card. Unexpected big damage there, just like E-Strike. 1 Soul Reaping. This is an amazing attack. If I could play if I could play 6 of these, I would. But yeah, it's 1 per deck, so there it is. And then Unhallowed Rites at 3. This is also bread and butter in Chane. Blocks 3, costs 1, does 4. Plays from your banish zone. And then you can recycle Howl from Beyonds from your graveyard back into the bottom of your deck to come out later on your big Soul Shackle turns. So, staple there, not going to change. Yellows, 3 Art of War. This is Chane's Blood Rush Bellow. This is a very happy card. Gives your next attack Go Again, and then you can banish an attack card. So yeah, you banish a card with Blood Debt from your hand, so you can play it from your banish zone anyway. And then you draw 2 cards, and you give your next attack Go Again 90% of the time when you play this card. So very freaking cool. And then I got 2 yellow Captain's Call. I like it at 2. Yeah, Chane players typically run 2 to 3 of this. Gives your next attack with 1 or less cost +2, or gives it go again. So most of the time you'll be given go again with this, but the +2 comes in handy as well sometimes if you have a greedy hand. And then the last one is Yellow Mavrian Skies. This creates 2 rune chant if the attack hits, and it gives it a go again still. So I I want to up this to 3 somehow because I love Mavrian Skies so much. I want to play 3, 3, and 3, to be honest. I think that'd be insane. So yeah, 1 is good, 2 is better. I think 3 might be really fun to try, so I'm going to try it. And the blues, 3 Bounding Demigod, another meat and potatoes card. Attacks for 2, blocks for 3, and it's free, so you can play for your banner zone, and it pitches for 3. 3 blue Captain's Calls. This does the same thing as yellow, except it's with a cost 0 attack. I'll probably cut this to 2 to make room for some other stuff. I think 2 is good enough because not all my attacks are cost 0. So I think 2 is better than 3. Give me some more room to play with. 3 Mavrian Skies blue, amazing card. It only threatens 1 rune chant, but really just playing for the go again is good enough, and you can use it with your creepers and do some shenanigans. So excellent card. 3 Shadow of Ursa, another always 3 of in Chane. That'll never change. So free attack that does 2, and you can give it go again if you manage to card with Blood Debt from your hand, which is good to get those out of there and get some use out of that. 3 blue Shrill Skullform. Yeah, good card because so the main thing is it pitches for 3 and blocks for 3. But also in a pinch, if you don't draw any other fire attacks, you can still Soul Shackle and threaten 5 for 2 costs. So it's almost as strong as the Command and Conquer strength wise, and it has go again from your Soul Shackle. So still a pretty good math there. So yeah, running a 3 is a good idea, and I do want to add probably a yellow. And then finally we got 3 blue Vexing Malice, which is cool. Yeah, some people are considering moving this down to 2. But yeah, the pitch for 3, block 3 is good. And then the surprise 2 arcane damage out of nowhere is also good. So I like it at 3. I'll probably keep it at 3. Yeah, fun card. And then finally, you guys, we're going to go to the sideboard real quick. So yeah, what I just showed you is like the 60 cards if I just want to hop on the gas and go fast. And real quick, like matchup tip, against Star of the Show, Bravo Star of the Show, you want to just put in your fastest 60 or 62 cards that you can muster and just kind of race them. And that probably gives you the best chance. So yeah, that's kind of like the leanest, 62-ish cards to play with on this deck. So that being said, here's the sideboard. Eclipse, this comes in not too often in this meta, unfortunately. You're only going to play this against like Oldhim and maybe like a Fatigue Bravo or something, but yeah, to pull off an Eclipse, you need to run other things in the sideboard that bloat your deck up. So yeah, you pretty much only want it like the ice control matchups. But yeah, summoning Ursa is still very possible. You just need to prepare for it, and you can do it if you need to. I have 1 energy potion in here. Again, this only comes in first. This is the slow ice control matchups. I'll probably take this out to make room for something else. I just didn't really need it at all during my Pro-Quest. And yeah, I can see a case for 1, but I can also see a case for 0. 3 Invert Existence. This card is great in any of the Runeblade mirrors or just Runeblade matchups. And this card is cash money because it's an instant, and this really helps you summon Ursa at the end of the game if you have 2 of these in your banner zone. It gets you very close very fast because it only costs 1 and it's instant. So yeah, good card that comes in against Runeblades and the longer matchups. I have 2 time snap potions. I might be a madman and up this to 3 actually, because a lot of the times, if you have like a lackluster turn like Soul Shackle, attack with Go Again, you could like swing the weapon for 2, or you can just like lay a time snap potion down, and towards the end of the game when you're shackle like 4, 5, and 6 turns, you can have this to press on the gas and play like 2 or 3 extra bounding demigods. So I like it at 2. I might be a madman up at 3. Who knows? But I do bring this in against like Prism, the slower matchups, and pretty much anything but like the Starvo race or like Viscerai race. Yeah, I love Time Snap Potion. 1 Unhallowed Rites. Again, this is only for like Oldhim, slow as hell matchups. I'll probably cut this. Don't really need it. I think 3 red is good enough to like recycle Howl from Beyond. So I think this is coming out and making room for more Moth Skies or something. I do have 1 yellow Bounding Demigon. I didn't bring this in too often, but yeah, I would attack for 3 from your Banish Zone. I might turn this into a yellow Moth Skies as well. I can see the case for 1, but yeah, I don't know. This might just be a Marvin Skies instead. 1 yellow Seeping Shadows. This card definitely comes in against the Oldhim slow control matchups. This is another catalyst for pulling off Eclipse easier. Gives attack costing 1 or less, +1 and Go Again, and you can play it from the Banish Zone. So yeah, it does cost 3, so I don't play it in the race build, but yeah, any control matchup I'll bring it in. This is another spicy card that people have been not using, but Talisman of Recompense. So it's an action with Go Again. And so like if you have this card and 2 red cards in your hand, you can play this, Soul Shackle and attack, and then have enough resources for the attack and swinging your weapon. So it is kind of sneaky. It can turn a bad turn into a medium turn. So maybe that's good enough to keep it 1 of in here. I don't know. But yeah, maybe I'll play with this a little more and see. And then I have 1 Runic Reclamation. I think I'm going to up this to 2 somehow, some way. But yeah, it costs 3, but it does 7 and blocks 3. And gets rid of an aura to create a rune chant. So very useful against Prism and Viscerai. Pretty much any other rune blade's going to have auras floating around. So, and so do Guardians sometimes. So yeah, good attack. I'll probably up it to 2. And then last is Smashing Good Time. I brought this just in case I saw Dash, but didn't see her. But yeah, it blocks 2, it costs 0, and you play it from the arsenal to give your next attack action card +3, and you can destroy an item when the attack card hits. So yeah, it's very useful against Dash. You know, you could keep 1 in here, or you could cut this for other attacks that you want to flex in. So to be determined there. But yeah, that was my Chane deck. I brought it to Pro-Quest. I did okay. I went 2 and 3 just because I haven't been able to play in like a month. But all my games were very, very close. And many times it came down to like 1 life or 1 resource. So yeah, Chane is very cool. Hope you found my build interesting. I'll have a link to the deck list in the description. But yeah, Shrill Skullform Red is a card I've been playing with. Enlightened Strike I'm liking a lot. And Marvin Skies all day. And yeah, I got that spicy Come to Fight. So hope you guys enjoyed Come to Fight Chane. Let me know what you think of the list. Very open to suggestions. And yeah, I love playing Chane. I enjoy the mechanics he brings to the table. And if you have any questions about how this deck operates, let me know and I can go more in depth. But until then, I will see you in the next video.